Before we get started, I just want to shout out an anonymous donation allowing me to upgrade my microphone, so it should have a much smoother audio. Thank you, and let's begin. Hello, this is Research Assistant Rockwell, and welcome to the SCP File Report. Here, I will cover SCP documents, from the mundane to the murderous and the files as they're presented in. Let's get started. Item number SCP-055. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Object is kept within a 5 by 5 by 2.5 meter square room, constructed of 50 centimeter thick cement with a Faraday cage surrounding the cement walls. Access is via a heavy containment door measuring 2 by 2.5 meters constructed of bearings to ensure door closes and locks automatically unless held open deliberately. Security guards are not to be posted outside SCP-055's room. It is further advised that all personnel maintaining or setting other SCP objects in the vicinity try to maintain a distance of at least 50 meters from the geometric center of the room, as long as this can be reasonably practical. Description: SCP-055 is a self-keeping secret or an anti-meme. Information about SCP-055 physical appearance as well as its nature, behavior, and origins is self-classifying. To clarify, how Site-19 originally acquired SCP-055 is unknown. When SCP-055 was obtained, and by whom, is unknown. SCP-055's physical appearance is unknown. It is not indescribable or invisible. Individuals are perfectly capable of entering SCP-055's container and observing it, taking mental or written notes, making sketches, taking photographs, and even making audio and video recordings. However, information about SCP-055's physical appearance leaks out of the human mind soon after observation. Individuals tasked with describing SCP-055 afterwards find their minds wandering and losing interest in the task. Individuals tasked with sketching and copying a photograph of SCP-055 are unable to remember what the photograph looks like, as are researchers overseeing these tests. Security personnel who have observed SCP-055 via closed-circuit television cameras emerge after a full shift exhausted and effectively amnesiac about the events of the previous hours. Who authorized the construction of SCP-055's containment room, why it was constructed in this way, and what the purpose of the described containment procedures may be are all unknown. Despite SCP-055's container being easily accessible, all personnel at Site-19 claim no knowledge of SCP-055's existence when challenged. All of these facts are periodically rediscovered, usually by chance readers of this file, causing a great deal of alarm. This state of concern lasts minutes at most before the matter is simply forgotten about. A great deal of scientific data has been recorded about SCP-055, but cannot be studied. At least one attempt has been made to destroy SCP-055, or possibly move it from containment at Site-19 to another site, meeting failure for reasons unknown. SCP-055 may present a major physical threat and indeed may have killed hundreds of personnel, and we would not know it. Certainly it presents a gigantic mimetic and mental threat, hence its Keter classification. Document number 055-1. An analysis of SCP-055. The author puts forward the hypothesis that SCP-055 was never formally acquired by data redacted, and is in fact an autonomous or remotely controlled agent, inserted at Site-19 by an unidentified third party for one or all the following purposes: to silently observe or interfere with activities at Site-19, to silently observe or interfere with activities at other SCP locations, to silently observe or interfere with activities of humanity worldwide, to silently observe or interfere with other SCP objects, to silently observe or interfere with data redacted. No action to counter any of these potential threats is suggested, or indeed theoretically possible. Addendum A. Hey, if this thing really is an anti-meme, why doesn't the fact that it's an anti-meme get wiped? We must be wrong about that somehow. Wait a minute, what if we were to keep notes about what it isn't? Would we remember those? Bartholomew Hughes, NSA. Document number 055-2, report to Dr. John Marichek. Survey team number 19-055-127-BXE was successfully able to enter SCP-055's container and ascertain the appearance, and to some degree, the nature of the object. Notes were taken according to project methodology, see data redacted, after which the container was sealed again. Excerpt from a transcript of personnel debriefing follows. Dr. Hughes. Okay, I'm going to need to ask you some questions about number 55 now. Data redacted. Number what? Dr. Hughes. SCP Object 55, the object you just examined. Data redacted. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think we have a 55. Dr. Hughes. Okay then, data redacted. I'd like you to tell me what you've been doing for the past 2 hours. Data redacted. What? Subject appears uncomfortable. I don't know. Dr. Hughes. Okay then, do you remember that we all agreed that it wasn't spherical? Data redacted. That what wasn't... Oh right, it isn't round at all. Object 55 isn't round. Dr. Hughes. So you remember it now? Data redacted. Well, no. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I know there is one. It's something you can't remember, and it's not a sphere. Dr. Hughes. Wait a minute, what's not a sphere? Data redacted. Object 55. Dr. Hughes. Object what? Data redacted. Doc, do you remember agreeing that something that wasn't shaped like a sphere? Dr. Hughes. Oh, right. It appears to be possible to remember what SCP-055 is not, negations of fact, and to repeatedly deduce its existence from these memories. Personnel involved with survey number 19-055-127-BXE reported moderate levels of disorientation and psychological trauma associated with cycles of repeated memory and forgetfulness of SCP-055. However, no long-term behavioral or health problems have been observed, and psych assessments of survey personnel showed consistent reports of this distress fading over time. Recommendations. It may be worthwhile to post at least one staff member capable of remembering the existence of SCP-055 to each critical site.